Hey, so I'm just going to quickly show you how to make a really simple and easy felt flower. So the felt that I'm using is like this lovely pale yellow colour and it's 100% wool, and it's from one of my favourite stores online called Cloudcraft. It's a UK store but they do ship worldwide. So that's the felt I'm using, and I've cut it 5 by 1 inches, and then I have just a 24 needle and 2 strands of embroidery thread. I've tried to match the colour. This is 3078 DMC thread. So we're just going to start down here, and I'm just going to come up a little bit and then back in. I'm just using a tapestry needle, by the way, because they're just the ones I have around because I cross stitch, but you can use a embroidery sewing needle as well. So then I'm going to turn over and I'm just going to tie a knot at the back. You can knot it before you start threading. I just find this easier so you don't have to tie like 3 knots on your thread. Oh, it's so fiddly trying to do this on camera. Oh, let me make it a little bit bigger. So these felt flowers are easy because you don't need a template for them. I know you can make some really beautiful felt flowers with templates, but you know, I'm all about the simple. And you don't have to use felt either. I actually used to make these because I used to make them out of like cotton fabric, so I'd get like some floral cotton fabric and I would just stick them onto my cross stitch pieces. But then I decided to use some felt because I bought this pack of pastel felt from Cloudcraft and I didn't know what to do with it. So we're going to snip that off in a minute, but for now, come back to the front. Now this doesn't have to be super neat what we're doing here. So just come to the front and we're just simply going to do a running stitch. So you're just threading in and out of your felt as much as you can get on there, or pull your needle through, bunch it and just keep going to the end. See, felt will come undone a bit. Cotton might stay there a bit easier. I haven't done a cotton one for ages, I can't remember how easily that bunches up. So all the way to the end. Obviously leave a little gap there. Then pull and keep pulling, bunch that up. I'm sure you can see how this is going to form already. Now what will happen is if you let go, it'll unbunch. So you just want to do a little tiny back stitch at the end. Let me just focus that camera a bit better for you. So just come back on yourself a little bit, like that. Pull to bunch it up and keep tight hold and just slowly push your needle through. Keep bunching it if it comes undone again. And then again, right before the end, you can just pull it back again and then just do another little back stitch just to make sure. And that should stay. Then what you want to do, I'm just going to focus that again because there we go. You want to come right to the corner at the bottom here and we're going to do a little whip stitch now. So put your needle through there, bring your 2 ends together. Like I said, this isn't going to be perfect. This is, you're going to be able to see some thread, that's why I've matched the colour up. But you could always, if you wanted to, you could glue gun this together. That is another option. But this whip stitch, you'll see in a minute. You won't be able to see all the thread, but you will be able to see a little bit of it just at the top. But let's go. So we're just gonna come close to the edge as we can without like ripping the thread. The reason I'm using 100% wool thread, wool felt, is that it just takes a little more, like it's a bit more stable, it doesn't rip very easy. Polyester, acrylic-y type felt will tear sometimes, and yeah, obviously if you are vegan, you want to go for the polyester version, that's fine, but for those of you who aren't, I just much prefer 100% wool felt. It's a bit hard to find though. So you're just whipping around. I leave quite a big gap because we're going to come back down on ourselves in a minute, and I sort of like lace it over. So at the top you want to just try and get as much to that corner as you can to make sure that they are stuck together, and then you come back down on yourself. So I'm just going to go in between where I've missed off and just crosses over. If you want to see what I've done with these flowers and how I incorporated them into a cross stitch project, there is a link in the bottom, in the notes at the bottom of this video. Unless you're watching it directly on the website, then you're probably on that blog post about what I did with them. They can be used for so many things though, it's endless, the possibilities. So now you're at the bottom and we've crossed that over. We're just going to tie a little knot. So what you do is come back through, but don't pull all the way. Just loop behind, put your needle through, and you can do it again, little double knot, and pull. And then you just want to snip that off. I haven't got scissors handy, they're somewhere. And snip off that end of thread, mine's lost somewhere. And you have a flower. And as you can see, look, you can see the thread a little bit there. That's why if you want to glue it, you can. And then what you can do is you can put a button here, stitch a little button on, and as you're going through the button, coming through the back, you can stitch this onto your fabric as well. Or what I did on the project that I use these on my blog is I just glue gunned a little pom-pom in the middle and then glue gunned the back and stuck it like directly onto the fabric. In fact, I've got it hanging here, I can show you. Let me get it off the wall. So this is what I made. Oh, my camera is too close. So I just glued a pom-pom in there and glue gunned them onto the fabric. They look a bit silly like that, but obviously it's hanging on my wall like so. So you can't really tell that they've been glue gunned on. So you can get this pattern for free on my blog, so you can make this hoop if you want to. There's also a tutorial on how to make it as well. So I hope you found this video useful on how to make these really simple, easy DIY flowers, which involve no templates and no sewing machine, and just my kind of project. If you hit subscribe, you will be notified of any future tutorials I do like this, and you'll also find lots of cross-stitch tutorials on the channel already up that you can go and take a little browse at. Thanks for watching!